you are my very, very special guest, Soggy, BiteSizeCobraVids, and you are quite the legend. I refer to you as one of the apostles. There are several people I consider to be members of a god hand, the real ultimate Cobra Lords, and you're one of the best. Your videos are responsible for really keeping Cobra entertaining and viewable.
Fucking hell! What an intro. I come here. I'm speaking on behalf of all Reddit and fucking King Cobra fans. No, I'm just some British cunt that makes dumb videos. That's all I am. No, I steal videos. I don't make them. I need to clarify.
No, you don't understand how hard it is. I mean, people, they must know you're being way too humble about it. You will go through regularly. You are super diligent. Whenever he makes a video, it can be several hours. You will obtain the best bits. You'll distill the best stuff. And I can't watch his videos, his really long live streams that are like 2 to 3 hours. It's awful. But you manage to always bring out the best.
Yeah, the 2 to 3 hour live streams, they're hard because I'll be editing them and I'll just just zoom out to see how much is fucking know how much is left, and it'll be like 5 times as big as what I was just doing. It's gross, but I wouldn't have been able to do it with Anonymous Casper Wyoming, obviously.
Yeah.
And the King Cobra archive by Internet Collective. And also, the most important, I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Rip Steakface. That's what's up.
Who is that guy?
Some guy that types that's what's up on every single... He's amazing. I love that guy.
He has the Starship Troopers
Yeah,
avatar.
that's it. That's him.
That's so funny. It's really amazing because the sum odd of you all work together in tandem to deliver content. You all need each other, I feel like.
Yeah, there's been so many times, especially with the fair video. I mean, when he deleted that, because I was watching it, but it got deleted, and I refreshed it and it was gone, and then I forgot who it was now. I'm blanking on his name, but someone on the subreddit saved it, and I think that's when a lot of us, especially the Internet Collective and Oprah slash Anonymous Casper Wyoming, we started to heavily back up his videos because it was, you didn't know what he was going to delete. And then now with the Facebook live streams, he can just, he can end the live stream, you refresh and it's gone. It's gone forever. So I'm glad that a lot of people are, paying attention and saving these videos because, that's all we got.
Yeah, and with those live streams, like you said, they can be gone immediately, so you have to be recording it in real time to salvage it.
Yeah, I've done a few of them. I think I recorded, the green underwear video. I think I recorded like the last half an hour of that, but thankfully someone recorded the whole lot.
Besides that, there was a live stream recently which I thought was really funny, and I started to record that as well. He was eating, I think it was supposed to be the spiciest ramen bowl. He was talking about how good he is at tolerating spices, and he took one bite and made this amazing face and spit it out, said no a bunch of times, and was just like, fuck this. And he kept trying to end the stream, and he couldn't. And finally it ended. It was really good.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I think there was another one where it was like the Diablo sauce, and it was like black. It was it was really bad, and he put it on like a chip, and then he ate it and was like, "Oh, that just ruined the chip." It was just like classic.
Few things to talk about with Josh and the opposite sex. He has quite a history. How much do you remember from Josh's past girlfriends? Like in the very
Um,
beginning?
Probably like Stephanie, but I joined quite late, like 2016, like early 2016 when the Bailey saga was happening.
Ah, yes,
So
Bailey.
before that, I mean, there's not too much you can really see, is there? But with the stories, of him having sex with Stephanie in a Job Corp's bathroom, it's just
Yeah.
it's just one of those things.
The early girlfriends that I can remember, this is taken from Gothic King Cobra 52 when he was still in his green room in Clint's house. I remember he had a girlfriend that cheated on him, and he said he was working at Walmart, and she told him via text message that she had gotten with another guy. And he actually took that pretty well. There was a story he had about skipping gym class or skipping school, and this could be completely fabricated. But he said that I think it was his first kiss, he was wandering around and found an abandoned house where he found two girls hanging out there as well. And he said that they smoked and he kissed them or something, and it was like one of his really, really like treasured memories.
Hmm. That doesn't sound made up at all.
Yeah, I totally buy it.
Were they hot goth chicks as well?
Oh, you bet. Besides that, he had a run in. I remember from one video where he had been talking to a girl and he learned that she was underage and he said he had to break it off. And I want to say that's his biggest run in with underage girls. I don't know if it, went anywhere or if he truly had a scare, but he had been tricked and some young girl wanted to get with him.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that scare with an underage girl. Like he mentioned that he keeps mentioning of age girl all
Yes.
the time, like which it's a bit strange, but I don't know. Maybe he's just like throwing it out there that with the throwing out the hook saying if you're an of age girl, you're 18, send me a Facebook message and I'll whip it out for you. But I don't know what I don't know if it's that.
I think it's interesting. He's stated many, many times his preferences for women, what he likes best, and I want to say it's always black hair, green eyes, and goth. Can you think of anything else that really sticks out for his preferences?
Other than the the meme hot goth chick GF.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I think he likes big tits. I think. I mean, Stephanie had big tits, didn't she?
she was she was pretty well endowed. Yeah, he does love to post pictures of the really stereotypical goth women wearing like PVC and leather and all their makeup, and that's kind of his go-to. But I think he would settle for almost any woman that was within his range, his standards. You
Yeah,
know?
I think he would settle, but that hot goth GF coming into town and hooking up with him, he keeps saying is what he wants. That's kind of like, and I know it's jumping a bit forward, but when he was going out with Summer, he kept mentioning like if we break up, it's not my fault, it's my troll's fault. He'd always have like a backup plan. It's like, oh, it wasn't my fault. It was because of this. And I'm beginning to think that was because Summer wasn't exactly what he wanted, but it was a girl nonetheless.
Yeah. His delusion is so strong. I think in his head he always believes that if a relationship doesn't work out, he can always do better.
Yeah, it's probably a good, it's probably what everyone should have, really.
It's it's just a shame because I would say Stephanie was probably the best that he could do for a very, very long time. He has revealed a lot of their interactions, especially during the documentary. He went into pretty good detail of all the stuff they did during their courses and in the forest and in the bathroom. And he talked about how your semen will take on the properties of what you eat. And he had mentioned that Stephanie told him that his semen tasted like cigarettes. And why would you share
Ugh.
that?
That's rough.
That is. And he has that one video titled like it's supposed to be drunken video, but it has a bunch of random W's in there, I want to say. And they make out right after he takes a huge drag from a stogie, a big old cigar. And you can tell like she can taste all the old stale cigar in his mouth from all that spit. I know there was tongue in there.
Yeah, there's most definitely tongue in there.
They really went at it. Yeah. Oh.
He said that the main reason why they broke up, completely, was because he wouldn't have anal sex with her, which is a bit strange. But maybe that's a little bit of a lie. Maybe he broke up with her, and then he said that the age old meme of she broke up with me because my dick was too big and that type of shit.
He did actually say that specifically.
Yeah.
That she didn't like anal sex with him because it was too big, which there's a lot of stuff involved because she has made videos explaining what had happened, and near the very end, right before she had left, he was very angry about her cheating on him, and he said something that scared her, and she didn't say what it was. She said that she could either take it as a joke or take it seriously, and taking it seriously, she had to pack up and leave immediately.
Yeah, maybe it was like I'll kill you or something like that. He's he was a bit try hard back then. Maybe
Oh
he
yeah,
just said something like, "Oh, if you go out with Damien, then I'll kill you" or something like that, and then ha ha ha, that type of shit.
yeah, and knowing his sex dolls, I would be scared now too. And there was a discussion once about how he may have sabotaged it or not taken the relationship seriously because he thought, yeah, getting this girlfriend was actually easier than I thought it would be. I'll probably get someone else even better.
Yeah, that's what he'd always say. Yeah, yeah, he was high on, like, oh, that was so easy to get a girlfriend. That's why he cheated on. I think, didn't he like have like sex with a girl over a pack of cigarettes or something like that? I can't remember.
Yes, yes, we talked about this too in a thread. It was the same one talking about Stephanie. Him and Chris took turns on a pregnant woman for cigarettes.
Jesus Christ, why would?
It's horrible.
It's yeah. I mean, who wouldn't,
Was it after Stephanie that I think he went between sex dolls and being asexual? Is that about right?
He went out with, I think he went out with two people. I think what he went out with
Oh,
one girl. She was like a meth head, like for one day, and then she like moved in.
there's a video where I think they had both gotten back from the bar, and it was that saga where he had like crap smeared all over his camera, so you couldn't see anything properly.
Yeah, I think I know the videos you refer. It's like oh, I got a girlfriend, and then the
Yes,
next video was like I broke.
yep, it was like one day, and I've seen this happen with people I know personally who go to bars and drink too much. Is they'll get with someone, and then when the following day they're kind of embarrassed that they got into it so intensely. And I remember that video. It was a total mess listening to them talk to each other, and I think they were bickering for a little bit. But yeah, there was that one, and the one that he really liked because she couldn't get pregnant, and I think she had really short hair.
Yeah, summer.
Okay, my bad. This was around the same time.
That was like a lot after, and then in between that, I think it was his next door neighbor's daughter or something like that came over to his house and they fucked, and then she left and didn't want to be in a relationship. There's a picture of him and her together.
Wow, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, I need to get some more info on that because that's so long ago, and I don't think There's nothing of it. It's just one picture. He's got like his arm around her and that. Yeah, I can't remember her name. I'm really bad with remembering the names of like, unless it's Stephanie or Summer, then I'm like, oh, who fucking knows?
Right. I think it's amazing that he will cry and complain so much about his circumstances when there are completely ordinary looking incels out there. I've seen videos about them and what have you who have never had sex and they're getting up in years. And in the meantime, he has been all over the place with these random sexual encounters. And when he goes like 8 months without sex, it's the end of the world. And he's getting like very violently frustrated about it, thinking about how good it would feel to like stab Carolyn because he hasn't had sex in 8 months and all that. I don't know how he can complain so much.
Yeah, I mean he's putting up the numbers. I mean he's not counting for sure. But yeah, he's I don't know, maybe he's on the internet and he's on YouTube all day every day. Maybe he's just like watching certain videos and he's just getting himself like more and more frustrated. Maybe that could just be it. I mean like him stalking is that girl from high school,
Hmm.
keeping tabs on her and who she's going out with. It's a bit it's a bit weird. Maybe he's just doing it to himself, but it's just one of those things that everyone watches Josh for. He gets a girlfriend, has sex, they break up. He
Yeah.
complains about it's a circle.
So after that came our mystery woman, Izzy. The made up women that Scotty came up with. This was stretched out over a painfully long period.
Yeah, I made a video on Izzy, but there was not. I think he deleted a lot of the videos to do with Bailey. But yeah, it was constantly just oh, she'll go out with you. Oh, not this week, not next week, and then it was oh I don't have a number. I lost her number. It was oh she wants to come over to your apartment. Oh she doesn't want to now. It's just constant shit.
It could be anything. I remember Scotty and Carolyn had a fight, or one of Scotty's girls had a fight, and that caused her to not be able to show up. Or I remember sometimes Josh would go to something, and that would be precisely the time that Bailey or Izzy would have been available. And Josh would get really upset over it.
Yeah, the Bailey one was he said he claims that her dog got run over by a car,
Oh,
and then Scotty also claims that he helped bury it, which I don't. We did some research on that, and there is actually a Bailey in Casper, Wyoming, but she's had a boyfriend, prior to that for at least 4 or 5 years. So I'm assuming that Scotty, either knows her somehow and just thought, I don't know. So his way of trying to cheer up Josh is quite cruel.
well, he was in reality slowly and painfully catfishing him.
Yeah, yeah, and then the Bailey thing sizzled out because he claimed that she was getting a lot of marketers calling like her phone, so she got rid of her phone and got a new number, and then Scotty didn't have it, and then that was the end of that. And then he introduced Izzy, which was the one you're talking about with the date. And then he made like 3 videos like, oh, I can't wait for my date, can't wait for it.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, the date didn't happen because Tina can't decide whether, she wants to be Scotty's fuckboy or his,
Right.
girlfriend.
Yes.
Um,
Tina.
and then I think at one point as well, between that, I think he was on like Plenty of Fish or Tinder or something. Probably wasn't Tinder. I think it was like Plenty of Fish, like on a dating app. And then he arranged a date to come over to his house, but she like bailed on him. So he gave up on, internet dating completely.
I would completely sympathize with anyone who got tricked into going into that apartment.
Mm. And then the Izzy one was, yeah, because of that. And then the Fair video was straight after. And then Scotty told apparently Izzy that oh, Josh is going to the fair, but she went with someone else, and now she's got a boyfriend. And then he starts to be really like depressed and talking about how ugly he is in the fair video, and then Scotty's just like, oh fucking hell, come on man, stop beating yourself up, you'll find a girl.
He talks about some actor or whoever, and Josh is like, I don't know who that is, and he's like, well, he's really fucking ugly, and he gets great women, which is supposed to be like
Yeah,
a compliment.
this is why the fair video is my favorite video of all time.
I remember there was a shirt that he misread, even though it was like directly in front of him, and it made me wonder, like, how bad is his vision really?
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z
Yes,
T-shirt.
yes.
It was something like, "Oh, the power is in the eye of the beholder," or something bullshit like that. Something really cheap T-shirt, and he just like, "The beholder is the power." Like, it had amazing.
Yeah,
And then he'd pan to like the weed T-shirts and go, "Yeah, 420, man."
yeah, yeah. Whatever that noise is, you're.
Yeah, yeah.
I love his little soundboard of noises that he makes. He's very consistent.
Oh, I love his like special effects that he does when he like gets up. He goes whoosh,
Yeah.
whoosh.
Jesus was a really, really big fan. He made that clear, and it was as if Josh didn't even realize that this was a unique thing that he would do.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I don't know. I like to do this shit sometimes." That was his answer.
Yep.
Yeah, I just like to do it sometimes.
Whenever he flexes, boosh, he'll always make that big O mouth with his lips whenever he flexes.
And then he's got to do the gun cock when he goes.
It's very consistent. Every time he'll always make a noise for those things. I love it.
That's like the part of Josh that, you know, we can sit here and criticize him and shit, but he does like those are the types of things I love to see him do because it just always makes me laugh.
There's parts of him that are very endearing. It's his horrible, awful attitude and his lying that make him so detestable.
I think he learned most of his lying from that piece of shit Scotty.
Yes. Yes. Do you remember when Scotty sold him an old Pokemon blanket for a lot of money?
Yeah, he sold it for. I think he owed Scotty like $40 for some unknown reason, and then he ended up giving Scotty like $100 from his paycheck, which was probably what 90% of his paycheck
For
for
Wendy's
working one
bucks,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, working 1 day a week, uh, and
Yeah.
then not only that, Summer gave it back to Josh, and then Josh gave it back to Scotty.
Oh, he's so faithful to his friends and gullible.
Yeah, yeah, call him what you like, but he's actually a really like he's a decent friend. At least he will. Well, sometimes he is. He'll they come over, he'll make them food. He's pretty selfless, isn't he?
And he'll let him stay over too, and in Chris's case, for months at a time.
Yeah, he does. He would do. Oh, I would stay on his couch, but
There was one video, and I couldn't figure out what the code was, but they'll knock on his window and say, "Hey man, I've got something to share with you." What are they talking about?
Which do you think they're talking about?
Drugs?
Yeah, of course it is. What else is it? Scooby snacks. Of course it is.
But I don't. I mean, so sometimes then they will share with them. Then they'll actually bring things to partake in.
I think that was mainly Alex.
Okay.
Recently, who was it? I think it was Rastaman, Jeremy Rogers called Josh a few weeks. I think it was last week, and was like, "Oh, hey man, I'm really down. Can you come over and we can smoke and we can drink?" And then he was like, "Well, I gotta ask, man, do you have any smoke?"
Because I mean, yeah, if someone is calling you saying, "Hey, you want to hang out and do all these things," and you don't have anything to bring, basically you're inviting them over to drink your liquor and smoke your cigarettes.
Yeah, well, he's a good friend.
Yeah, the companionship is worth it. So after Scotty's made up women, there was Summer.
Yeah, summer's an interesting one. For the longest of time, we thought that Summer was honest and didn't want to fuck Steve, and was wanted just to go out with Josh. But actually, turns out she's quite, that wasn't the plan. She wanted to go out with Steve, or at least fuck Steve before Josh. But then she went out with Josh, and then there was plans behind the scenes for uh, Steve to come in and swoop in exactly how. I hate to call him right because he's a lying suck of shit, but Scotty was definitely right when he said that Steve wanted to fuck Summer, and then Summer, at that point, pretty much threw Steve under the bus and was like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You like want to fuck me? I don't want anything to do with you. You're gross." And then that's how that got started.
Did we ever get to see Summer? Because I just can't imagine what kind of person would want to roll around with Steve and Josh and this mixture of men.
Yeah, there's she has like a furry. She has got like 5 Facebook pages for some reason. It's like a very common thing in Casper, like women to have like 5 different personas for Facebook pages and shit.
Is it like when drug dealers have multiple cell phones?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, sure.
You gotta keep all your contacts separate. Don't let them ever touch each other.
There's a picture obviously of her on her Facebook, and then there was another of her coming over to Josh's apartment, but you don't see her face. You just see, from the fitness from the waist down behind Josh, like stroking his hair, which is fun.
His his lovely locks.
Yeah, his gorgeous hair. Like,
Yes,
don't spend so much focusing on the like top of his head. It's all about the back. That's where the
his
important bit
mane,
is.
his glorious
Yeah.
mane. Ugh.
But yeah, and then there was that obviously that tattoo video, but that got deleted. She was like in the background. She looked very similar to Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, I remember he got really mad about that
Yeah, yeah,
because they photoshopped his face onto her, and that upset
yeah.
him.
I love that picture.
She tattooed Ozzy onto his knuckles or something, but it was a really bad job.
I think that's probably the best you're gonna get from someone who doesn't know how to tattoo. Really, I mean, you probably would have. I mean, most people would have been able to do the same job, without any experience. The fact that it came off,
Yes.
with just like dishwashing soap, it's a bit funny.
It's like she magic markered it on or something and called it a tattoo.
I think he did that for a bit. He was when the black was on. I think he was filling it in.
That's one of the saddest tattoos to have is freaking Ozzy, this dated, tired old man from completely outside of Josh's generation, and he's obsessed with him.
Yeah, I think he's obsessed with like the goth culture like sort of thing, and then even though he's not really goth,
No, he's
um,
not. Ozzy is not a goth icon at all. It's it's really strange what he considers goth.
I mean he does vocal covers of Nickelback and like Alex.
Plain
Alex
white tees.
is yeah, plain white tees, and then like that Alex is burning or whatever they're called, like that really screamo emo band. Like
Oh,
Bring Me the Horizon. I don't know. He has some really weird taste in music.
whiskey lullaby.
Yeah.
Was there anything else really like in terms of highlights for Summer? I don't remember her very well at all, honestly.
Yeah. She went to hospital because she had like strep throat. And it was pretty much confirmed by Steve that Summer sucked Josh's dick, and he wasn't clean, and he gave her like something.
Like a bacterial infection.
Yeah, probably. Um, yeah,
That's so
and then
gross.
and then after that, it kind of like fizzled out. But like I said, like right at the beginning, um, he kind of he positions himself to be like, oh, if we break up, it's not my fault. Like I'm doing as much as I can to keep this relationship going. And then even at the beginning when they were like, when they've known each other for a day, he was like, we'll see how it goes. Like you never know with these types of things. It was like he was kind of like positioning himself to be like, yeah, I don't. And the fact that he keeps bringing up with, oh, you shouldn't just go out with someone just for a fuck. I think that's what he went out with Summer for.
Oh yeah, and I think he gets really scared of the hard commitment that comes once he's done banging away, and he starts talking like, "Yeah, I'll see how it goes. I don't know if I really want to have you in my little tiny studio apartment hanging out with me."
Yeah, because they did like fuck on the first date, so yeah. It's one of those things, isn't it? When you go out on a date with, it's so weird me saying date. When you go out on a date, an American date with someone, and then you kind of want to, you're building to get inner pants, but if you get it straight away, it's,
It's not
I
a good
don't know.
sign.
Yeah, it's different for a lot of people, but for me personally, I'd just be like, oh, that's it. Like, already got. But it's not all about the sex. You need to treat your women well, and they'll stay with you
No.
forever and ever.
Forever and ever, never gonna leave Josh's side.
And then you have a baby, and then you break up, and then your girlfriend steals her grandmother's car, and then she leaves you for a meth head, and then you have another baby.
Is this Tina we're talking about?
Yeah, of course it is.
Whoa, I knew that Tina had a lot of children, but that was about it.
Yeah, she's got 2 children now. And then Scotty is like claiming that that's not his kid, but she's saying yes, it is.
What a wonderful position to be in.
Yeah, Scotty is in like probably the worst position. He's probably in a worse position than Josh right now.
Probably because I think Scotty doesn't have his own place.
No, he still lives at home with his mum. Sorry, his mother or his mom. His mom. I'll say mom.
I like the way you say the word too. You start to take more of a Western tone with the hard noise.
His mom.
Ooh, like Midwest? Man,
God, this podcast is getting good.
it's getting what?
It's getting better and better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Lots of improvements to the content right now.
Oh yeah, content we haven't stolen from Josh and uploaded to YouTube.
Give them what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess talking about Tina, maybe I was thinking for a video we could talk about Josh's entire gang, if it's worth even covering all the unique friends we've been exposed to. That could potentially be a topic.
Yeah, I could see that. I think talking about Scotty would just
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about with Scotty.
I think of all his friends, Scotty is certainly the most interesting. Some of them I don't even want to touch, but Scotty I do like to talk about and learn more about.
He's a sneaky one. He is. Like he's not as dumb as you think.
No, he likes to spin his lies and deceive people to his own ends.
Yeah, he's probably Josh's like smartest friend, but that's not like a big achievement.
No, it isn't. He's exactly the kind of manipulator you would expect Josh to have in Casper.
Yeah, especially with Scotty and his stabbing up his chair. Yeah.
Yeah, when suddenly his flowery goth chair had tape all over the arms.
Just a selfless plug. You can actually a really cool artist, Exhumed Visions, has actually remade that design of the flowery chair, and you can actually buy it on like a pin. You should really check it out.
That's amazing. Yes, I will.
You can get it on like a pin, and I think you can get like a phone case as well. Yeah, he's got a really good shop. ExhumedVisions.com, I believe.
Was there a big old dry spell after summer?
Yeah, there was quite a big dry spell, and then the Gothic D thing.
I just wanted to say, between Summer and Gothic D, I want to say like a lot of Josh's remaining characteristics that made him appealing to women Like his full head of hair really started to go. Strangely, he's lost weight since his days with like Stephanie. He used to be a little chubbier, and he's darker. His skin tone. Have you
Yeah,
noticed it?
he's definitely lost a lot of weight, but I think that's just down to, eating, a meal if he's lucky a day and that's it.
Yeah. And yeah, Gothic D was a YouTube personality. She was one of those really intensely decorated goths. She had the white makeup, tons of piercings, the tiny eyebrows. And this was certainly a case of Josh's fans mingling and manipulating, where Josh was the first one, I think, to bring her up, where he very kindly said she's a YouTuber that only has like 500 subscribers. So he kind of talked her down, or it was like a backhanded way of introducing her, and for everyone to go check her out. Chances are he was probably stalking her on the side, but where his fans started to cause trouble was that they told her that she was his girlfriend, which really upset her.
Yeah, I think someone went because she did live streaming on YouTube, and I think at that point it had been a long time since anything was really happening. Um, so I think they asked her to shout out Josh, and
Yes.
then that was clipped and sent to Josh. And then Josh, there's a video of him like dolling himself up, putting on his makeup and getting ready to make a response video. And then I think that she didn't, she wasn't that bothered. But when the troll comments came in, like, oh, you're the memeing of like, oh, you're gothic, you're gothic King Cobra's girlfriend, and then she she's got autism as well.
Oh,
Um, and she made a video response, which is probably the worst thing she could have done.
yes.
She just should have left it at that and blocked him, and that would have been it. But that she made a video calling him out, saying, but then she went straight for the jugular, which he probably couldn't handle, saying he's not goth, he's an emo metalhead thing, he's an abomination. And then
You have her exactly right. That is a quote.
you're not a goth, you're an emo metalhead thing, you're an abomination.
It, ooh, that's some hard truth. I don't know if anyone has ever formally told that to Josh, that his tastes do not align with goth subculture. He's into, like she said, weird metal, emo, and then he calls her, or she calls him a thing, which,
Yeah.
like a mutant or something.
Yeah, for that message to get to Josh, I think it had to be like extremely cut down into like it's like a meme video, it's like guys are like going like, "Oh shit."
Yes.
And then when, the reaction, like he for some reason Josh responds really well to like meme videos like that. Where if someone insults him and you put like a meme afterwards, it will drive him insane. But with the Gothic D, he just he went straight meltdown and started talking about how like disgusting she is, like with the piercings and how she has a job and stuff like that. And then I think from there, her Gothic D's friend Raven got involved, and
Raven.
then Raven, she is the best way to describe Raven. If you don't know who she is, she is the most basic bitch you've ever seen.
That's amazing. I've seen her yell at him a little bit, and she just seemed like an ordinary person. I didn't know
She
anything
is so
else.
basic. She is, the dream catcher on the elbow tattoo girl. She's like that. She's so basic. But
Oh.
but she wanted to get involved, which was a bit weird because she has like 100 subscribers, and she's just like, "Hey, don't you dare pick on Gothic D. You're a fucking piece of shit." And then, "Oh, how about you like pick on me because I could take it?" And then people picked on her, and then she deleted her YouTube channel. So yeah, evidently not. She couldn't handle it.
No, she wasn't cut out for it.
No, once you piss off Josh, like that the other guy that got him fired from Walmart, won't mention his name. He's a
Right.
piece of shit. But yeah, if you try and fuck with Josh, you get the thunder, and that's what.
And when it was over, he was really nonchalant about it. She disappeared, as did Raven, apparently. And when someone asked, he was just like, yeah, it's because I proved myself right, so she had to go, or something like that. And he was done. He was already forgetting about her.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, and then at one point, someone someone took the like they did like a fake Gothic D wands, handmade wands Facebook page and
Oh,
a
yeah.
website, and that like pissed him off, and there was like some fuckery with it in the back, and he's like, "Oh, she's selling a wand for $5,000. No one will buy that." And then someone would say like, "Oh, it's sold out," and then he was like, "What?"
Talking about things that are kind of happenstance, there was a video that was sent where it was supposed to be Gothic D, but it was just some actress ripping ass in some shiny pants. And he really, really liked it a lot.
Yeah, that's yeah, definitely that is one of his like fetishes. That and milking, I forgot what it's called now, like milking, with women, with like pregnant women, their tits with milk.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he has a weird thing with that. If you go through his like liked videos on YouTube, you can see a
Yes.
few of like farting videos and like twerking videos and stuff like that.
Do you think that he had a taste for women farting prior to that video? Because personally, it seemed like it awoke some kind of sleeper cell in him that he discovered, oh, I really like this, and I didn't know it.
I really hope so though.
Because sometimes that can happen. It was meant to trick him. I think the person sending the video probably had no idea that he would take to it.
Oh yeah, it was definitely like a funny like reaction and a funny like
His
outcome.
his mouth dropped. He had this big gaping kind of ape mouth, and it just stared. He had nothing to say during the course of it, and when it was over, I think he just said, "Yeah, that was actually kind of hot."
He goes, oh wow.
Oh, wow. It's
That's
so
like
gross.
I know but that's the thing. That's like the part of Josh you gotta love. Like that type of reaction out of him is just like that's just makes everything much better.
He's a filth lover.
Oh,
He
definitely.
he loves his filth.
He doesn't like anal though. He likes like ass and farting and shit. But no anal.
Apparently not.
Oh, it's such a shame as well.
Maybe the relationship could have been saved with Stephanie. She could have. Oh
Nah,
man,
his dick was too big. I don't think.
too
Yeah,
big.
it's
What a
way too
curse.
big.
What a
His
curse.
seven inch penis with a like what 2 inch girth. Definitely, she couldn't handle that.
So that is a good segue to another one of my topics to bring up here when it comes to him and women and sexuality. The green panties.
Yeah, the green panties. That was a God. If yeah, that video is probably I think people are saying it's in the top 10, at
Yeah.
least top five best videos he's ever. So you get some green panties and. The first thing he thinks of doing is just getting a rock hard erection and wearing them. Just like fuck it.
And you never know. Just like with the fart video, you don't know if he's really going to like it or not. If you send him some really goofy underwear, you don't know if he's going to slip them on and kind of fluff himself up a little bit and very casually too come back with a big ol' erection and be like, "Yeah, these are really comfortable. This is great."
I love how his defense is, oh, I can't do that, but girls can wear, panties and like bra, braless. Is braless a thing? No, sorry. Fucking, I don't know, like see-through bras and be like, oh, they can do that, but I can't show my erection.
he took that discussion to, I think it was like some hentai that was posted on Facebook, and got on his little soapbox and started yelling in the comments about that too. How this can be posted, but he can't show his thinly veiled erect penis.
To be honest, the green panties videos probably sparked the double standards, with an E. That probably sparked that.
Nerds. Yeah, I'm sure it has. He's got to be real bitter because he hates being banned from Facebook. That really upsets him.
Oh, dude, when he gets banned from Facebook, when he was on like a tear, when he was live streaming like 4 hours a day, it was great. It was so much content. It was like, there was so much to see that there's bound to something was going to happen. But then when he gets banned from Facebook, it's just shit. He's back on YouTube, so that means, a video maybe a day. So and he's got a lot more control with his YouTube.
Yes, he can cancel the video and do it again. He probably does that several times a day. It very likely occupies his time because he has this idea that his videos have to be quote perfect. No, he'll cancel a video very often and redo it.
So you're saying right now at this point, Josh is making a video and stopping and starting, remaking it. That's like occupies like the all of his day.
A huge chunk of it, I'm sure, because the end product may be a really long 2-hour video, but he may have attempted it several times prior.
I was kind of taking a piss there.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm being a
I
little
wasn't
bit
expecting you to answer it honestly.
The humor is lost on me. I don't understand humor. Everything I take at face value, very literally.
Oh,
You know me.
okay. Yeah.
No, from the green panties, we can tell that Josh has a tendency for exhibitionism. He has a taste for it.
Yeah, it's yeah, the exhibition and exhibit. Oh, fucking hell, you gotta. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the oh, fucking hell. The exhibitionism. Yeah, that's started to ramp up in a negative way recently.
It started innocently enough. He used to really enjoy taking off his shirt well into the past. And, Gothic King Cobra 52 days, he would be shirtless. He would dance and flex and do all that stuff. And, his first secret video was a long time ago when I think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the original like a masturbation video what you put
Yeah.
on like Pornhub or something.
And from the way it seemed in that video, he got really drunk one night and decided it was time. And while he's doing it, he's talking about how this is going to make him more famous. And, there must be something with the viewer or society if they're watching, and this is all going to propel him. But what was going through his brain when he did that?
Yeah, it's such a really strange video. I watched it the full thing for research purposes.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just treats it like a normal YouTube video. He's like, "Hey guys, hey, what's up? What's up, YouTube? Back at it
The
again."
same talking pattern, and his face looks the same too. He doesn't look any different.
Yeah, he just gets a boner and puts on some porn. You can hear it in the background, and he just jizzes on his own stuff. And then you're like, "Yeah, I just witnessed that. Yeah, that's cool."
Something that was really creepy about it is almost like a ritual for him to get into it. He had to put on his goth makeup.
Oh yeah, that's his war paint.
Got to get psyched up and get pumped up. Got to put on that makeup. But like it was almost like a Buffalo Bill thing for me, where he has to look and feel a certain way before he can get started. He's got to put on his eyeliner, and I can't remember if it was before or after he did his Joker makeup with the smile.
I think it was before, but yeah, I think yeah, he did do it for YouTube. But I think the whole point of that was like he was doing it for the porn site viewers, like, hey, viewers, like, you want to see my dong, like, but you gotta let me get all sexy with my makeup on. That's what I think it was.
Yeah, I think so too. He wanted to look good for the video.
I mean, he did look good though.
Oh yeah, his little squatty fridge body, his oh god, it's all coming
What's
back to me.
what is a squatty fridge body?
It's it was kind of short. Like I remember he had a short torso that was like completely a square. It just looked like the shape of a fridge. His torso and the rest of him. Uh, he wasn't he wasn't chubby, but he wasn't skinny. It was just like a fridge body.
Oh, like skinny fat.
Yeah, pretty much. He has a strange amount of musculature for how little I imagine he works out. But it was very prominent in my memory just now. I can remember how pale he was, the hair, and again, that kind of squatty, rectangular torso when he was going at it.
I know he's definitely changed a lot now. He's ripped as shit right now.
He just
Jesus.
he kind of looks unhealthy, really. Like he has some kind of disease that's making him waste away a little bit.
Now his arms are ginormous. Come on.
He loves his arms so much.
Yeah, I love how he rolls up his sleeves and just goes.
Yeah. Yeah. In all of his profile pictures for Facebook, he makes sure to pose. He'll cross his arms and he'll kind of push up maybe some of the arm fat a little bit. He'll pop his pipe in his mouth. And he loves his big arms.
Yeah, those are fucking pythons.
Yeah. His he had like a nice shirt that he was wearing to the dish pit, some gray athletic shirt, and it shows off his arms and his pecs, and he's really fixated on his neck muscles, but I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, when he pulls like that thing with his mouth where he stretches his mouth out really.
It's a huge grimace that he does, and like his tendons will pop out and they'll strain against his dog collar, and he loves to do that. It's one of his talking points when he's talking about how ripped he is, his neck, his beefy neck.
Oh, I would pay a lot of money to smell that neck, to smell that dog
The
collar.
dog collar. Oh.
Oh, I'd smell that so good.
Two more quick things here. There's what he thinks is necessary to have a girlfriend. He always talks about needing to have enough money to ask a girl out. When he's low on money, he can't ask him out. He has to wait up until. You may remember there was a girl at the dish pit that he was kind of fixated on asking out for a long time.
She, yeah, she was working with Josh. I'm sure, like they must have spoke. I mean, I think a lot of people worked in it as a bartender, and you see the relationship between the kitchen staff and the bartending staff. You have to talk to each other.
Mm.
So I'm guessing oh, here's Josh. He's starting. He's new. Hi, Josh. Like, oh, he sure wants to fuck me.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I hope that's I hope that's how it went. I'm beginning to think that she doesn't work there anymore. I think she's moved.
Yeah, because he suddenly, well, not only that, he doesn't work there anymore. So that ended that chapter.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, with the whole like, oh, I need some money. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's if it's talking about someone who doesn't have a job, and they say like, oh, I'll go out and give out my resume to all these places like tomorrow. Like, it's going to be tomorrow. I just need. Oh, it's raining. I'll do it tomorrow. It's not. Oh, I woke up late. I'll do it tomorrow. It's constantly that type of thing.
He really, yeah, he had a hard time getting the courage to actually go through with it, and
Yeah, and I still think he didn't even ask her. Like, he says he asked her, but would he have the courage to do that? I don't think so. And and when he said that, oh yeah, overheard her, or like overheard like another barmaid saying like, oh, Yeah, I would go out with him, but his trolls are like, assholes. Like that's the only reason. Just at this point, I think he doesn't want to make himself look bad. Like he's always being denied or he's always being let down. Maybe I just think he's probably making it up and saying, trying to save face, make himself look cool. Like, oh
He
yeah, she totally would have fucked me, but oh the trolls got to her first and they ruined it, but she said we'll still be friends.
This is definitely a conversation they had, and it went just like that.
Yeah, it went like that in his head. I'm not sure if it went down. Someone needs to go to that bar specifically. If you're ever visiting Casper, Wyoming, go to the bar and ask around, see if the story is true. Um,
Get yourself a nice big plastic pitcher of Bud Light. Sit down, enjoy the ambiance.
yeah, exactly.
There's that one amazing picture of Josh. Basically, I want to say it was in that bar or one of them, and he did have one of those plastic pitchers. He was doing the devil horns with his hand, and he had his tongue out, and it's one of the weirdest pictures of Josh I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. He looks like a frog, doesn't he?
He looks like a frog. I also imagined, and this is very specific. I don't think other people would be able to relate to this. It's what I imagine it would look like if you were to take a dog and just transform them into a human. They would.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Like, kind of happy and silly looking. And he's got his tongue out, and he looks really weird. I want to say, to give him credit, that's just a really unflattering picture of him. He doesn't normally appear that way. It was very strange looking.
Yeah, definitely. And as well, like talking of like unflattering pictures when he's taking those two people, Shauna, like I think it's her kids, taking her to the airport to go to Job Corps.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's so strange. But when you go on Josh's like pictures now, you can only like see one picture of him, and he's got like his arms crossed, and he looks okay.
He's
I'm
like
guessing
a
like I'm
North
hoping
Korean dictator. He has to have very specific control of how his pictures are framed and what's presented.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking at her pictures now. I think she's deleted a few of them and only kept the one where he looks like semi decent in.
That's nice. That's pretty good of her to do that.
Yeah, I know. They seem to be hanging out a lot now, which is a little bit strange. She kind of looks like Tina and like Tina's mom combined. It's really strange.
Maybe it's a Casper thing. They all borrow from the same set of like features, and uh, he also has finally tips and tricks for attracting women. He's been using the pheromone soap. He seems like a real sucker for that kind of stuff.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. What is it like?
Bond tactical soap.
Tactical. Yeah, yeah. It's tactical. I think of military gear or something, but it's pheromone soap.
No, you're tactically trying to get that vagina. That's what you're doing.
Oh, through whatever means,
For
gotta use
only
those chemical weapons.
for only $20 a bar. Some bullshit like that.
He is just the right customer for
Uh,
that soap.
I'm on Amazon for it right now. It's $11. It's got 3 reviews,
Oh,
and 2 of which are two star.
oh,
It's all right. It falls apart really easy when wet. Smells nice though.
it falls
Those are,
apart.
those are the reviews for.
What a scam!
Yeah, I know.
It reminds me, there was a forum post a long time ago. It was either something awful or 4chan, not to waste too much time. But there was a guy who would rubber band a plastic bag, like a little Ziploc bag, to his balls. and throughout the day he would sweat into it. And he would take this essence of ball sweat and rub it all over himself. And he claimed that it was having very profound effects on attracting women. I wonder if Josh could ever be convinced to do that.
That just yeah, I think he should give it a go. I mean, he tried some onion. Have you seen that one of the cum box?
No.
It's like I think it was on 4chan. It was some guy and he had a plain shoebox and he was coming into it and he'd open it up, cum in it, close it, put it back under his bed, and he did it for like months. And then you show it. It's honestly, it's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen.
It's
Jesus,
disgusting. Really gross.
how much to drink it?
Oh. Can you imagine what the consistency would be after enough time? Do you think it would get more solid, like Jello or something, or pudding?
Yeah, kind of like gone off milk.
You know, would people ever know about it? That's my question.
No.
Okay, because for enough millions of dollars, you would have the trauma of that, and you could never have to work again. Because it's a horrible act, but everything has its price. But if people knew that you were a millionaire and you were high society because you drank a shoebox full of cum, I think they would never get over it. You just have to be a hermit for the rest of your life. No one would respect you. You could be in a yacht club and be like, hey, that's the guy who drank a shoebox of cum.
I would think that millions of dollars would be a little bit extreme. I was thinking something on the lines of like 50 grand.
So there would be negotiations going on. And,
yeah.
You know, you and a person across from each other at a table, you got the shoebox of cum between you, and you spit out a number. Let's say you say $1 million, and they say, no, that's too extreme. 25K. And you'd return with 50K?
Yeah, of course.
They say, okay, and then they push the box to you. Oh, would you get like a big Pilsner glass to drink from?
Why is this turning into me like drinking? I was asking you.
Well, what has really caught my attention, I consider your price of 50K to be way too low.
I think it's more of a you know, believable price. I think $1 million. $1 million is like, that's just not, yeah, it's not believable.
I just imagine this entity that has a shoebox of cum ready for you to drink for their entertainment. If they've gotten into this mindset where they're ready to give out money to be entertained, they probably have a sizable sum. Like, I don't know, Notch, the guy who made Minecraft, would probably be into this idea. Said, you know what, I'm completely bored to death. I've done everything. Here's a shoebox of cum. What's it gonna take? And he's got tons of money. He's a billionaire.
I think Shoebox of Cum is quite a good band name, to be honest.
I like saying it. It feels good. It has a punch to
it. All right.
Yep.
Where do we go from here?
Yep, that's all going in. Has he done anything else besides the tactical soap, military grade, to enhance his ability to attract women?
He's been working on his arms. His arms are quite defined, and you know they're quite big right now. So he's definitely been putting in the effort.
He has. I know that he did name one of his exercises. He's so proud that he doesn't go to the gym and talks about how huge he could become if he did. But he has like a yoga pose. It's the cobra pose, I think is what he calls it. He does have a regiment that he has described at one point to beef himself up.
Yeah, he said that he only does it like a few times a month as well.
I thought it was way more frequent.
No, I don't think so. We need to ask him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I need to know his like workout like schedule so I can get like as ripped But to be honest, I don't think he needs to do much else. I mean, he plays guitar. He's a gothic bad boy stud. He's got massive arms. He's got a big dick. And what else would a girl need?
What else? He has everything. Everyone else has nothing because he has
Yeah,
everything.
he's the full package. He's a package deal. What else are you gonna get?
His,
Some guy.
his only curse is that he has Asperger's.
Yeah,
His tragic curse.
yeah, and the trolls as well. They keep
Yes.
running everything.
And sometimes he's so famous that it scares the women away.
Yeah, no. When you're in a YouTube celebrity like Josh, you fucking you need to
I'm
you
a
need to keep
YouTube
that shit private. You need to keep it private. You can't be posting on their Facebook saying you got home safe. You can't be doing that.
No.
How many times have you seen his penis?
I've seen it. We'll do the green panties count.
Yeah, kind of. That's half a point.
2 times. 1.5.
1.5. I think I've seen it too much now. I think I've seen it at least 10 times.
That's outrageous.
Every time I see it, it's always depressing.
If you were ever in a court hearing, for whatever reason, kind of like with Michael Jackson's penis, you could accurately describe his dick and balls, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Red balls, and he's got some scarring on the head of his penis.
Well,
Yeah, can't.
Yeah, because he's circumcised. Red
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
Is it irritation from shaving him so often?
I really don't know. I wish it is.
Maybe it's a byproduct of all his smoking. It gives you the red balls.
I wasn't referring to his circumcision either.
Oh, because he is, isn't he, or is he not?
He is, yeah.
Okay.
I'm referring to to better describe it. It looks like a dog's chew toy.
What happened?
I'll just leave it at that.
What's he been doing?
I don't know. Sex dolls might cut him up.
Oh. Does he... Well, I mean, he doesn't have improper masturbation technique or anything, because that can get it all kinds of warped. But maybe he does some weird stuff on the side, too.
We'll never know.
No. Maybe soon enough. I mean, the way he's going. Your critics are right, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a sham.
BiteSizeCobraVids is a shell of a human. He hasn't had an original thought in his mind since he was conceived. He's awful, and he should be ashamed.
Yeah, definitely.
Shame on you.
I once donated $10 to Josh a few years ago. He said he didn't even say thank you.
That might be a good time to wrap it up. We covered all kinds of topics. I would like to shout out to, I'm going to call them the apostles again. Gothic King Oprah, you, Internet Collective.
Rip steak face.
Bless him. Does he do anything else besides that?
What besides typing that's what's up?
On all of the videos, yeah.
Does he need to do anything else? I don't get it. That's just he's nailed it. That's his thing.
He's top dog.
Yeah, top dog.
He is the ultimate end all of Cobra fans. It does take dedication, I must say.
So if you're watching one of Josh's videos, just scroll down, you see Rip Steak Face, give him a thumbs up. That's what he needs. Give him a thumbs up. Smash that like button, dude.
Subscribe to his channel. All right, we've done our plugs, we've done our shout outs. I think it's time to get the hell out of here.
Thanks for letting me on.
Anytime. You are always welcome. And if there's any other guests that want to appear, like the people we just mentioned, I would say bring them on. I'd be happy to have them.
Yeah, no, that's it. Rip Steak Face, get on here, mate. We can only end this on like one note. You need to do your best, you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm done.